fund ready, like in business, you know, you're not going to get business maybe for 6 months. You got to kind of have some money in place to pay bills while you're building business.
That's right.
Is it similar that way?
Absolutely. You have to have
some businesses you can come in and you're going to get, like you say, you pick up the phone, I'll get a customer, I'll get paid next week. Some businesses are like that.
Yep.
Probably more the service businesses, you know, but stuff like what you're doing and stuff, like it's long term. It's building. People have to trust you before they're going to start handing over money or
absolutely.
Or whatever.
It's a huge amount of trust.
So it takes a long time, I think, to do that.
It does take a long time, right? But it's picking up the phone and doing cold calling. I host.
Still work? You pick up the phone?
I pick up the phone.
People even pick up the phone.
I know.
Like
It's
they're on LinkedIn.
You know what? Excellent. Exactly. Well, LinkedIn. There you go. There's another good one. Yeah. LinkedIn is phenomenal. Using social media. But going back to the cold calling. Similar to how you go to a networking event and you don't want to be pitched to, you don't want someone handing you their card and doing the whole spiel. It's the same thing with picking up the phone, all right? My idea is not to book a meeting right there on the spot. My idea there is to get to know the person and to invite them to the next step. And for me, the next step is, as you know, I host a series of webinars and seminars, right, which helps me build credibility. I go, hey, Mr. Business Owner, Mrs. Business Owner, like this is who I am, this is what I do. I know I'm calling out of the blue, I'm sorry to bug you, but if you're interested, like I think you could really benefit from this webinar. Okay. And I actually mean that because the webinar is geared for this specific person and that's the person I'm calling. So
you're using the techniques of today in conjunction with some of the techniques of the past.
I call it the Jayden Wiggins cold calling model, right? Trademark that, all right?
Well, I mean, I've tried. I hate cold calling, and I used to do it, and I hated it. And I mean, even if I knew the people, it wasn't even. So I found just go to stuff. That way, I don't have to call anybody. I'm going to see you every week anyway. And like, I hadn't been at a thing for about a month and a half, and today I was like, oh, my peeps are here. And finally, I got to see them again. I haven't seen them. But I just go to enough stuff. Like people say, Bruce, you're everywhere. And that's because I go to as much stuff as I can because I know how.
You are everywhere, though.
I do. I like to go to events. Like I'm one of these people who get charged up being in a crowd. Like I love seeing people. I also like my quiet time. I love seeing people. So when I don't see people for a long time, like even when I started working from home, my wife says, I used to have a standing Friday lunch, like networking group.
Nice.
She said, yeah, you need to go for lunch. You're starting to get crowded.
That's awesome.
So for some people, not everybody's like that. But for me, I like seeing people. I have to get out, and if I'm not at an event a couple times a week, I'm kind of...
I'm the exact same way. I get energized based on conversations and building relationships. Like that energizes me. Where cold calling was the answer to your question for short-term solutions. But that depletes me, right? It's because no one likes to do
Another no.
It's just rejection after rejection after rejection. Yeah, duct air cleaning, right? How many of those do you get?
I said, I don't even have ducks.
But you don't. It's like a